What do I think of ZeroSpace so far? It's pretty good, but it's going to be compared to Stormgate, right? And Stormgate, that game, the netcode was incredible. I don't think I ever had a laggy game in Stormgate. And in ZeroSpace, almost all the games are laggy. Now, they said it's something because they're doing peer-to-peer right now, and they're going to have dedicated servers later. So maybe that'll help. But, like, hopefully. The other thing is, like, in ZeroSpace, it's definitely, like, a more complicated game. There's a lot more skills and abilities and whatever. But I think it's pretty cool. Like, the early game is especially fun because it's like almost MOBA-esque. I feel like there's a chance to really get some players in the game that are more interested in MOBAs back, into something like an RTS. So I think what they're doing is really cool. The game plays pretty well. Like, the graphics are pretty good, in my opinion. I think they're kind of nice. And there's so much to learn. Now we'll see when Stormgate goes to
from nothing.
There were no tier 3 units in Stormgate, and they're going to be coming out in the next patch. So we'll see what happens then.
Of one source to the inevitable.
Oh, I'm going to get both these
the
camps.
Void awaits.
It's kind of lucky.
Of arcane wisdom. Evolution is the child of entropy. Navigating this plane. Advance cautiously. The only way. A simple pattern. Moving with grace. The future
I can
is
still
now.
fight you.
A simple pattern.
Yes.
Time is an illusion.
Aww. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean about the sort of MOBA-esque nature of ZeroSpace, right?
Change is permanent.
Right in the beginning, this early game is like really important. And I didn't know if I was going to win the fight. I thought maybe, because my teleport was coming off cooldown, so I would have a whoops, I called in a thing.
A mystery to reveal.
Unit production complete.
I thought I'd have a chance, but that was pretty close.
Commander, we're detecting ships.
Now, it may not have been actually GG, but it might have been if he was double expanding again. Like, there's no way to, like, kill the base with just the hero. Like, the hero's not overpowered. In the early game, the hero's pretty darn good, but you can't kill bases with it. And your main base automatically comes with, like, a turret on it, so you can't just, like, kill the main base in the early game. It's impossible almost. And then later on in the game, in the mid to late game, your hero more becomes like a support unit than a damage unit. So I think the balance that they've done with the heroes versus the army in ZeroSpace is pretty well done. It's an importance on the heroes, but they're not particularly overpowered, although some of them have ridiculous abilities. Like this Arandi hero that I'm using, the Q ability, the ball that comes out and whatever, is really good. It does a lot of damage. But as a downside, the auto attack is pretty weak. The Grell hero has a stronger auto attack, but the abilities are not as good. It's just like a slow, AoE slow. But then if you look at the Legion, the heroes that they have, heroes multiple, because they can have 3 different heroes, I believe. You start the game with 1, but then you can build sort of like in Warcraft 3, you can build a hero building or whatever, and then from there you can build heroes from it. Or I think pay to make your heroes respawn faster or something like that. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, only one faction gets to play with 3 heroes at once. And those heroes are all really good, actually. The one guy, Calivax, I think his name is, he's got this like fireball that like kind of rolls along the ground. And then I don't think you get this right away. I think it's an upgrade. Now, I haven't played Legion too much, but I just play against them a lot. But the fireball will roll, and then when it gets to its destination, it explodes, and then it leaves an AoE on the ground for like 8 to 10 seconds or something. And it's enough damage that you cast that spell once right on top of a base. It will kill all the 4 mineral patches or whatever mining things on the base. So I think that's kind of ridiculous. I don't think those spells should do full damage to buildings. I think it should be half damage or something, because it's insane how it can... One ability, which you can cast from miles away, will slowly roll over, and you can watch it come, and it slowly comes, and then it lands on your base, it explodes, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. So I have a bit of a peeve with that ability, but most of them are all right. Good luck. Have fun. Like how different the game is compared to other RTS games. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like Stormgate is very much trying to be StarCraft 3-ish. And ZeroSpace is trying to be its own thing. So that's cool, you know?